Good Friday morning manna gatherers. It is, yes, Friday. Hooray. We're going into the weekend. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful one. But before we get to the weekend, let us continue with Ecclesiastes 9, 17, and 18. This morning, I will be reading from the New Living Translation of the Bible. Better to hear the quiet words of a wise person than the shouts of a foolish king. Better to have wisdom than weapons of war. But one sinner can destroy much that is good. We have a lot of wise people here in our church at Union Methodist Church in Irmo, South Carolina. But one of the wisest women I know, and I truly do love her and admire her and respect her, is Anna Bess Tisdale. Anna Bess is 83 years old, and she truly embodies these words of Ecclesiastes 9, 17, and 18, being a woman who chooses quiet words of wisdom over hot-headed, foolish rants. No one would accuse Anna Bess of ever being that latter, the hot-headed, foolish rant. But yes, a woman of great poise and dignity who speaks quiet words of wisdom, and when she speaks, people listens. She volunteers in our church office on Tuesdays afternoons. And this week, as always, you seek her out and you always get a good conversation. But this week she said some very wise words. She said, "No more nasty. We've already had enough nasty." Anna Bess has definitely earned her gray-headed crown of glory that Proverbs 16 talks about. Doesn't she say so succinctly and perfectly what we are all feeling these days? No more nasty. We have had enough nasty. Stop the nasty shouting, the name-calling, the mudslinging, the behavior, speech, posts, tweets, and instas that are causing more division and more harm and more hatred. We've had enough already of all of that. It is truly better to hear the quiet words of a wise person than the shouts of a fool. Yesterday, I talked with you about being an intentional follower of Jesus who has a healthy practice of self-accountability. And part of being intentional is tuning our ears and our hearts to the words of wise people. Yes, to God, but also to the wise people that are in our lives. Choosing the friends we keep. Choosing to surround yourself with those who, like Anna Bess and so many other people in our church, could name a whole bunch of them, who are known for their wisdom. As a teen, I used to get in trouble from my mom for guilt by association. If any of my friends got into trouble or to mischief, I also got in trouble just because they got into trouble, even if I wasn't really involved with what they were doing. I didn't think that was fair, and I let my parents know just that I didn't think it was fair. But my mom would always say, guilt by association, Jerry Catherine, you are the company you keep. In other words, who you hang around with affects who you are. How you act, how you speak, how you perceive the world, you're everything. It shapes you. People shape you. Your friends shape you. The company you keep shapes you. Jesus talks about this in his own way in John 15. Sometimes there are things or people that need to be pruned. That's how Jesus says it, pruned from our lives because they are not bringing out the best in in ourselves. They aren't bringing out our best selves. They are bringing out our worst, our shadow selves. I love that Richard Rohr uses that, our shadow selves, slowly destroying the good we are striving to be in Christ. Because after all, Ecclesiastes 9:18 says, one sinner can destroy much that is good. Sometimes the company you keep does that. People like Anna Bess who see all the nasty and don't want to add to the nastiness and want to, in fact, make the world more beautiful, that is the kind of company we should keep. Surrounding ourselves with people wiser than ourselves, people that will help us grow in wisdom, people like Hebrews 10:24 says, who look for ways to provoke us to love more, be more loving, and to good deeds. pay attention to the company you keep. And may you find yourself in the company of wise people who will help you grow, well, that you will help one another grow in wisdom. Keep breathing on and through the weekend. I will see you tomorrow on Saturday. But may your breath prayer be quiet, wise words, not loud ranting. Breathing in, quiet, wise words. Breathing out, not loud ranting. I will see you tomorrow on Saturday.